Alright, what's up guys? Another episode of Pixel Effect here. As many of you know, they are releasing a Sega Mini console. You know, kind of to, I guess, compete with Nintendo, even though they haven't done anything recently with their mini consoles. Sega is releasing their own version of a mini console called the Sega Genesis Mini. You know, the 16-bit video game entertainment system. And I really do miss seeing where it said high definition graphics on the little system. You know, it's gonna come with this the original 3-button thumb pad with, you know, the cross-directional thumb input. I'm looking forward to that. The package that the system's coming with is going to include the system, 2 wire control pads, a USB power adapter, power cable, and an HDMI cable. I don't really know what they tell you. It comes with the power cable. You would assume it would, but I'm guessing if somebody got a package and didn't, you know, they try to zoom or come after them, you know. The system itself is going to have 40 games on it, and the games released so far are Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines, Space Harrier 2, Shining Force, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, never really cared for that one, Toe Jam and Earl, Comic Zone, that game was always tough, Sonic the Hedgehog, Altered Beast, Gunstar Heroes, loved it, Castle of Illusion, World of Illusion, which is really neat, an addition, Thunder Force 3, I cannot make that out, oh, it's, God, what is his name? It's the ship that has bird wings. Oh my God, he was in, the first Sonic Racing game. God, I forget his name. I'm so sorry. I can't read it because it's like rainbow colored. They don't let you see what it is. Wait. Oh, I can click on it. I can click on it. I'm sorry. It's got to load now. Super Fantasy Zone. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that name. Wow. Shinobi 3. Streets of Rage 2 has a pretty good soundtrack. Earthworm Jim, amazing soundtrack on the Genesis version. Seriously. It tops the Nintendo version soundtrack. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, my sister will love that one. Contra Hard Corps, I like the remake of that a lot more. Landstalker, Beyond Oasis, Ghouls and Ghosts, Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle, Golden Axe, Phantasy Star 4, Street Fighter 2, Mega Man The Wily Wars, Sonic Spinball, Vector Man, and Wonder Boy. And there's more to be announced still, but those are the games coming out right now for it. I'm looking forward to it because you can pre-order it right now from GameStop, Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, most of the main stores. It's going for $80. And the thing is, I've always been a fan of, like, Sega was my first system. Like, that was the first system my parents got me back in 91. No, they bought it back in, like, I want to say they bought it for me in 91. Yeah, I was born in 89. They bought it in 91 when Sonic was my first game that came out on it. They got the combo pack, and the Sega system means a lot to me. Like, I grew up playing that game system into the ground. You know, I still have my original system, and it still runs. It's just, if you knew, guys, like, that system, I spent years with that until PlayStation came out, you know. And even then, my aunt had to buy the PlayStation for me. Otherwise, I would have stuck with the Sega. I would have been on it. And I played, you know, Sonic, Earthworm Jim, Vector Man, all those games, you know. I miss going to movie stores, like every month. You know, we didn't get to go every week. It was like once a month or something like that. We get to go to a movie store and rent a movie or a game. And we had to choose which one we wanted. And the memories I have of some nights, you know, just sitting in my room with my sister playing this system was just great. I'm probably going to order one. I may order her one also. Like I said, this is a definite buy for me. I'm much more excited for this than I was for Nintendo's mini console. Not because I was a Sega fanboy growing up, but because it seems like it has more games that I will probably play more of. But it looks good. You know, everything about it looks great so far. So I'm looking forward to it when it comes out. Like I said, I think I said it was $80. So you can pre-order it. In most of the places you pre-order, you don't have to pay right away. And on Amazon, you don't. GameStop put $5 down, I believe. I think once you push over 100, GameStop makes you pay like, I think $10, $15, I forget, but it should just be $5. But still, I'm looking forward to this. Like, I'm hoping they'll announce some other games. I don't know really many more I care for. I mean, if they were going to add Sonic 3, which I don't see why they wouldn't, it would have to be the original Michael Jackson tracks in the game. Like, if they try to put that PC crap in it, you know, that don't fly. I don't want that crap in my game. But this looks good. Like, I'm serious. Like, I can't really express how the emotions. Like, I would have to go back and find a video from like 1992 to show you how much this meant to me growing up. So I'm looking forward to it, you know. And this was Sega in their heyday. This was Sega in their prime. This was like when Sega was a console manufacturer and they were throwing out hits. You know, Sega does when Nintendo don't. This was them when they had ads on TV that were actually fun and they were trying to push their systems, and then they screwed themselves up. You know, the Saturn came out, the 32X, you know, and Sega got, basically what Sega did was they didn't support anything. Sega is bad about that. Even today, unless it's freaking Phantasy Star, which I like, Sega has an issue with supporting things. Be it DLC or, you know, stuff like that. Prime example, you know, like with the Saturn came out around the time that 32X did because they wanted a in-between finger quote system for people who couldn't upgrade to the Saturn who still had a Sega. So they wanted to make the 32X to say, okay, here's kind of a in-between place for us both, you know. The thing is, they kind of just threw the Saturn out there, and a lot of companies didn't know they were about to get it. It was like just out the blue, just here you go, here's a Saturn. And I'm like, you can't do that. You have to, you know, you actually have to give people time to get ready for this. But and they didn't. And like I said, they didn't support it when it came out. It stayed, you know, they pushed it for a while, then they focused on the Dreamcast. Dreamcast eventually dropped because they said, you know what, forget it. We're losing sales. Let's just go ahead and end it and go straight into hard manufacture of software. Only thing is, they still don't support their games. Like, take Anarchy Reigns for example. Anarchy Reigns was a fun game, and if they fine-tuned it a little bit, it could have been perfect. It could have been like the perfect game. Only thing is, they didn't support it very well. That game came out, it had next to no TV ads for it. There were no ads for the game almost. Like, up to its launch, there is next to nothing about that game. And that disappointed me because it had the potential to be a great game. There was like no DLC for it besides Bayonetta, who was PlayStation exclusive back then. And like I said, they didn't support it. They didn't talk about it, anything like that. And then they get upset saying, well, it didn't really sell like we wanted it to. Well, of course not. You can't sell something if you're not gonna support it yourself. You know, you can't complain after the fact. You know, same thing goes for Sonic Forces or Sonic 06. Sonic 06 was rushed out the door. Then they complain like when people say it's buggy and stuff. Well, because you rushed it out. Same thing going for Sonic Forces and Sonic Generations. It was meant to have DLC. I think Generations only got Casino Zone, but their games, they don't support them with anything. And nowadays, in the world of DLC, you can release a level pack or something. Sonic Forces had potential to be a really good game, but besides a dumbed down story, they didn't release anything outside of the main game. Like, they had a few costumes and that was it. Like, no more stages, a final boss with Infinite, you know, no, nothing. And now we're getting the new Sonic Racing game. They have no DLC plans. And I guarantee if anything comes out, it'll be another racing team maybe, but they have no plans for levels or anything. And if it's anything like Transformed, you know, they gotta have levels. You gotta have stages to keep the game lively, because I love Transformed, but honestly, it got boring after a year because once you get everything, that's it. It's like Mario Kart, you can keep playing it, but Mario Kart at least supported itself with more DLC and stuff. More tracks. Sonic Transform, nothing. That's it. It's like, well, here's a game you get We're going to add like 3 more characters. Okay, that's it. Hopefully, with this new Sonic Racing game, they add more stages, because otherwise, I honestly see this game dying after, 7 months, honestly. So, but that's me, guys. But let me know what you think. Are you going to get this? Are you looking forward to it? What do you think about the new Sonic Racing game? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later.